So I'm going to start off by placing a vanishing point in the middle of my paper. However, you are welcome to place a vanishing point anywhere you want along the page. After you have your vanishing point, you're going to take a ruler, very important, and you're going to draw at least 8 geometric shapes around your vanishing point. Now it's important to note that when you are drawing your shapes, the closer the shape is to the vanishing point, the smaller it should be. Now, as you can see here, I am slowly connecting all of my vertices to the vanishing point. A vertice is just a fancy way of saying the points of your geometric shape. Now, as you work, you may notice that not all of your vertices will reach the vanishing point. That's important to note because you do not want to draw through your shape. You want to make sure that you are only connecting the vertices that can actually reach the vanishing point. Now, it's important to note that when you are connecting the vertices to the vanishing point, that you connect the shapes that are closest to the vanishing point before you do any of the shapes that are further out. Now you're going to take a black marker of some sorts and you're going to trace on top of every single pencil mark you just made. This will create a clean, crisp outline on all of your shapes. So now what you'll do is you'll take a thicker black marker, and it's important that you note to only trace the outermost edge of your shapes. Do not trace on any of the inside parts. It's very, very important that you do this step correctly, because if not, you're going to mess up all of your hard work. So now the fun part begins. You get to take your prismacolors and you're going to make sure that you're always coloring in small circles. As you work your way from the vanishing point to the top of the shape, you want to make sure that you're going from dark to light. Now, in instances where you have two sides connecting to the same shape, you need to make one side darker than the other. And the way I go about doing this is I take my darker value and I kind of carry it along that edge to make it very obvious to the viewer that one side is the darker side and the other is the lighter side. Now, it's important to remember that when you are using Prismacolors, you take in consideration of your hand pressure. If you are pressing down too hard, it will be nearly impossible to blend any of your colors. Light pressure is the name of the game. Now you're going to take your scissors and you are only going to be cutting on that thick outer edge that you had created before. Make sure that you're paying attention while you cut, because if you cut something that you're not supposed to, it'll mess up your whole project. Once you have finished cutting, you're going to take glue and you're going to carefully glue the back side of your shapes, and then you will stick it onto a black piece of paper.